Starbane's Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sklar Bro Country, the virus edition, aka the Pandy Pods,
AKA Two Jews, No Harmon Killabrews.
aka Two Jews, No Rod Carews.
There you go.
Aka these non-Gentile couch-sitting fellas rocking salmon shorts and speaking truth a cappella. Scott M. Boyd. Thank
Boom.
you, buddy.
Is that a new one?
It's a new one.
A new dude?
And he's got another one that I'll drop in a future episode. Thank you, Scott Boyd.
Hey, guys.
Boyds will be Boyds.
And we are thrilled to be giving you this content every single day, so let's dive right in. Randy and I, we used to love to watch the show Hoarders.
Yeah.
Wrote a bit about it. Did
Yep.
it on Conan.
Did it on Conan.
And I think the truest little nugget within the bit was this. There is no way to feel better about yourself in an hour's time
Than to watch an episode of Hoarders. That is why people watch Hoarders. They're like, hey,
Sure, I've got intimacy issues, and I crap all over people in my life, but
at least I'm
not crapping in Target bags and
And-
leaving them all over the house.
You know,
because
I
I
got-
can't get to the bathroom because there's a stack of magazines in front of the door.
I've got demons inside of me, but at least I don't have 37 rabbits inside the wall.
And then, of course, our joke was that we love the show Hoarders so much we have 20 episodes of Hoarders on our DVR.
And we can't get rid of it.
Yeah. No matter how much we try, we just can't delete one because each episode of Hoarders is related to
A memory of us watching the show Hoarders.
It's
and you
very
just,
hard to discard those episodes.
I can put them all on the front lawn. I can call 1-800-JUNK, but I just can't get rid of them.
And no matter how much our families have tried to intervene, my daughter wrote me a letter saying that my hoarding of episodes of Hoarders
I have to cut you
has
off.
it affected her life in these ways.
Right.
And then we had to have an intervention with her, asking her to stop using interventions as a way to get people to stop doing things.
Which she's basically hoarded interventions at this
Especially
point.
if their behaviors are addictive behaviors. If anything, she was the one who was addicted to watching intervention. So it all came full circle. We were looping several stories in, and
Yeah.
I would like to add that second half to that bit.
Okay, there you go.
Anyway, Hoarders, on the show Hoarders, I felt like the Hoarders on the show, I don't want to say they were good hoarders because there's never really a good type of hoarding, but they were benevolent hoarders.
Yeah, it's No, it's not good
It's
to be a
awful.
hoarder.
Like when someone's hoarding, it's bad for everyone involved. It's bad for their kids. It's bad for their lives. It's bad for their families.
But good in this way. There's like no malice behind it.
Yeah, their hoarding was like a function of something inside of them that was broken.
Out of control.
There was out of there. There wasn't like opportunistic intent
Right,
connected to
right,
the hoarding.
right.
That's another kind of hoarding. To me, that's all about like selfish behavior.
That's when it's
behavior.
bad. Like if you aren't a hoarder that you can't control this, but you are hoarding things from other people just to be an asshole.
Just to screw over your fellow man. Well, the pandemic
they've
that's
presented
introduced a lot of those types of people to us, right?
And that's when you call 1-800-JUNK to get rid of those people.
Right? Because at the beginning of this pandemic, there were the people who were hoarding toilet paper left and right.
And cleaning products.
Cleaning products. The
Hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizers. Those people that like hoarded it and then gouged people and marked
Sell
up
it
the
on
prices and
markups.
sell it at markups. Okay. So we've got stories of those people who are hoarding that kind of stuff. And those are the people that I hate the most because yes, there is, I think, selfish malice intent behind that.
I do.
We got another story about that because
it's you know what it is? Because the problem with the pandemic.
I'm looking out for me, and I'm not part of a global community. That's part of the problem with why we haven't been able to solve the pandemic issues from the get-go. It's because people are saying, I only care about me. It's uncomfortable for me to wear a mask. I don't like being told what to do, so I'm just going to do whatever I'm going to do. Well, if you have enough people doing that, then they're spreading the virus.
Yeah, and we have a problem. So if you have enough people saying, I'm going to hoard gas, then other people can't drive. Just be conscientious of other people.
And here's the thing. If you hoard gas and you're a gas hole, then when you get your comeuppance, we're going to laugh at it.
There we go.
We're going to have fun with it. Let's dig into this story. A South Carolina woman who was hoarding gasoline caught on fire Thursday after her vehicle crashed and burst into flames, authorities said. You want to make an argument to Bill Maher about how there might be some sort of divine power in the universe.
You start with that line from the article and work your way backwards.
It's
Okay,
so biblical,
They
man.
burst into flames. It's like
Like a pillar of fire.
like Sodom and Gomorrah, or like a Super Dave Osborne sketch.
The Pickens County Sheriff's Office said the accident occurred after a deputy attempted to stop a 2007 Pontiac G6 with stolen license plates.
Wait,
Did she steal the plates or the car?
I don't. It's confusing from that statement.
2007 Pontiac G6.
That's a 14-year-old car, gang.
That leads me to believe that she just stole the plates.
Yeah, you're stealing a 2007 Pontiac. You got to go higher. Set higher goals.
You have self-esteem issues as a thief.
I can steal that, but I don't want to steal anything after 2010.
Not so grand theft auto.
There you go.
The driver of the Pontiac turned left onto Wolf Creek Road and accelerated the vehicle in an attempt to elude law enforcement.
Yep, always a great idea. They love a chase.
Trying to elude law enforcement. They love it when you do that. And with bags of gas in your trunk.
Even a better idea. Nothing wrong with bags of gas sloshing around.
The deputy then activated his vehicle's siren. Before the deputy could complete the radio traffic with the communication center, the driver of the Pontiac lost control of the vehicle, leaving the roadway and flipped the vehicle.
What are you, Tiger Woods?
Did the siren do it, Rand?
I think the siren might have scared her.
Scared her a little bit.
Might have a little jumpy.
This is where, look, if you're going to start hoarding gas, you need a baby driver.
Gotta have a baby driver.
You gotta have someone who knows how to operate the getaway vehicle.
Clearly, she got the hoarding gas part right,
Yeah,
but
she wasn't prepared for the
didn't
getaway.
plan the getaway.
Authorities said multiple explosions could be heard coming from inside the car. When the driver, identified as Jessica Gale Patterson,
Full force Gail Patterson
got out of the car, she was on fire.
on fire. This
Fire.
girl is on fire.
And it suddenly, not that way, not Beyonce.
Yeah.
It suddenly became a music video for the band Wax, directed by Spike Jonze. Remember that video?
That was amazing.
Dude just running down the street in slow motion.
Or it's like a Pink Floyd album cover.
I hate to be that guy. I hate to be the guy who says this, but you get what you deserve, lady.
Yeah.
You get what you deserve.
If you just would have filled up the car that you stole, we would not have a
If you
problem
hadn't
with it.
stole the car.
Right.
If you hadn't put bags of gas in there, at the very least, you wouldn't be on fire
That's
right
right.
now.
You might be arrested, but you wouldn't be on fire.
The deputy pushed Ms. Patterson to the ground in order to put out the flames.
He probably enjoyed that.
I think
he probably enjoyed that.
I
Let's
think he probably
be
liked it.
honest right
He
there.
definitely enjoyed it. What? I'm just trying to put the fire out.
You don't have to curb stomp her, too.
You didn't have to kick her
You
in the
don't
back
have to
of the
put her
head.
teeth on a curb and do that. That's just awful.
Yeah, the fire is on her legs. I don't know why you're.
It's
you're
just
pushing
there's
her
nothing
with
about the head and face here.
Right. Chokehold. You don't need a chokehold.
Nobody
All right, let's take a break. We'll tell you what happens in the rest of the story right after this.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Check our website, supersklars.com. We've got started to put some live dates back on the fall schedule.
Very
Get your
exciting.
tickets for those. As soon as tickets are made available, we'll let you know about that. DC Comedy Loft coming there the last weekend in September, sort of weaving into October. And then October 22nd, 23rd, that Friday, Saturday night. I think it's 22nd, 23rd. It might be 23rd, 24th. Sometime in there, we'll be at
I
the...
think it's 21st, 22nd.
Oh, maybe that. So we'll be at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase. That's a Friday, one show Friday, two shows Saturday. Want to sell those out so we can add a second show to Friday night. Let's do it, Ann Arbor. We helped save, we helped a fundraiser to help save the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase.
So
now
we're
you
coming
guys
back. We're
come
coming
back
back.
in full force, and that's a great way to support them and us.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump back into this because a woman stole a car, stole
Put
the
back-
license
she-
plate.
and then she hoarded gas, and then she flipped the car, and then everything exploded, and she was on fire.
Right. It kind of blew up in her face.
Her name is Patterson, last name Patterson, Gail Patterson, something Gail Patterson. She was 28. She is still 28. Was taken to the hospital. Her condition was unknown on Friday. 28 feels young to be stealing cars for me. I don't know.
And it's stealing cars and gas. To be in that game, Jessica Gale Peterson, I'm sorry.
The aftermath of the wreck was captured on video and was shared on Facebook.
Of course. I'm sure it wasn't attached to any anti-Biden memes or anything.
No, not at all. It shows large flames and heavy black smoke billowing from the car. Are we sure this wasn't a Pinto? Remember, Rand, in the 70s?
I mean, nobody here who's watching this knows what a Pinto even is.
But a
let alone-
Pinto used to be a car in the 70s that, like, the joke was,
You touch it lightly and then it explodes.
right? Wasn't that a joke in
Yeah, it was in Kentucky Fried Movie.
Kentucky Fried Movie? Okay.
Ding.
According to the department, Patterson told deputies that she had been hoarding several containers of fuel in the trunk of her car.
Always a good idea.
Authorities
Always
said
a good idea.
The containers of gasoline sparked the explosions.
Of course they did.
Yeah. I don't want to be the karma police,
But instant karma done got you, girl.
it got you.
Yep.
Across the Southeast, people have been panic buying gasoline after hackers broke into
Yeah, the
some of
Colonial
Colonial
Pipeline
networks.
exposed the problem that over 5,000 miles of pipeline that delivered gas had to be shut down and people didn't have gas. We talked to friends that were on the East Coast. Christopher Stackhouse said, He was like,
said this town's gone crazy. He didn't think he was
nobody
gonna
has
get
gas. And when it's like things like that, because you don't really think about it, but it's like when people don't have gas. I saw fights at gas stations. People like someone trying to cut in line. Again, the hoarding and the cutting in line as people are waiting in line. Like people are going to throw. I saw a man and a woman fight. That's just something you don't see because the woman tried to cut in line and the guy was like, "Are you joking?" She wasn't listening.
She wasn't listening. Like this woman. Like, can we get the hackers who hacked into the pipeline? Can we get those people to be lit on fire?
Maybe.
Is that too much to
I would
ask?
appreciate
Is that against the law?
No, it's not.
Colonial, the largest artery for transporting fuel, said in an online statement that it restarted its entire pipeline system and has begun product delivery. If I'm Colonial, okay, I'm spending some money on some private investigators to track down these hackers and see that they have trouble walking again.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's all good.
Make sure they learn what it's like. For to have
Hack
someone
them off at the knees.
dig in and draw some liquids, hack them, hack their legs.
Destroy their pipelines.
Look, here's the deal. Do we want this woman to die in a fire that was started in her car because she hoarded gas? No.
Probably not.
No, probably not.
No.
Do we want her to maybe have second-degree burns for the rest of her life?
As a physical reminder of the stupidity and the things she did,
Maybe.
I could live with that.
I could live with that.
I could live with that.
It's the same thing with mask wearing. We said this before. This is selfish behavior.
Yep.
At a time when we as people need to be selfless if we want to.
In order to survive, you need to be selfless.
If people were more selfless and thought of the rest of society, then maybe people wouldn't have to be selfish. How about that? What if we all did that?
So, like, maybe you aren't fully sold on wearing a mask.
It's a hassle. We get it. No one's arguing that part of it. Nobody's arguing that, like.
No, every argument that it's a hassle, it's hard to breathe. I sat with my mask on the plane for several hours, and it was hard. I hadn't been in a mask for that long. It's not fun. I agree with that. I get it.
No one wants to do it, but if we do it for a little bit longer, then hopefully you don't have to do it at all anymore.
Right.
And look, they're lifting the restrictions, so you don't have to do it any longer. We did it for a long time. Because, look, and the same thing with the hoarding of the gas. Don't drive as much.
Right.
Say this. For people, look.
I'm going to stay in.
I'm going to stay inside. Like if people had been more selfless, maybe 500,000 people wouldn't have died from this thing.
So you hoard gas in your trunk.
Right.
And it's a stolen car and you flip it.
Take the gas you need, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Take the gas you need. Don't take more. Limit your driving for the next 2 weeks because it's going to be over sometime soon.
Exactly.
It's not forever. The gas situation isn't going to be that way forever.
If you steal it, you will catch on fire. It's like a cautionary tale. To me, this is biblical in so many
your
ways.
Punishment already for being greedy and only thinking of yourself. The world kind of self-corrected.
I'm going to say anti-vaxxers and people who are sort of COVID deniers, if they burst into flames, I'd be okay with
I'm not
that.
going to be mad about that.
It's a cautionary tale.
That's right.
To all the other greedy and selfish assholes and gasholes out there in this country, make a small sacrifice.
It's not hard. It's not hard.
Or the universe will find a way to pay you back.
The universe will pay you back either way. If you make the sacrifice and you do something good for the rest of the world, I think something good's going to come to you. If you don't,
if
you
pay
hoarding
back.
gas, if you are a gas hole, it will come back to get you, and that's a show.
That's how we do it, guys. Stay protected, stay connected. Don't get infected. This is not a hoax.
But we got the jokes.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
La-ti-da, la-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da, la-ti-da.